Good morning. I'm Pastor Bob, and I'm here this morning to invite you to our Global Outreach Conference that's coming up on March 20th and 21st. It's an exciting time, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about it. The theme this year is Worship Among the Nations. John Piper says in one of his books that missions exist because worship does not. And when worship occurs among all the people groups of the world, then missions will cease to be necessary. So our theme this year, again, is Worship Among the Nations. Some of the events that we'd like to invite you to would be our traditional breakfast that we have at 9:30 on Saturday morning. And our keynote speaker, Dr. John Benham, will tell you a little bit about how he's seen worship occur among some unreached people groups. And this will be an exciting time. We have a really exciting group of our workers that we support that will be here during the conference. And we'll give you several opportunities where you can interact with them either in an adult class or at other times. On our schedule, then, on Sunday, we'll have our regular Sunday services, again with Dr. John Benham speaking. Then we'll have the Taste of the World, and that's going to be a fun, exciting time as it is every year. We've got food from a number of regions of the world, and we're looking forward to hosting you at this event and giving you an opportunity to sit down and talk with some of our workers. On Sunday evening, we have just a neat time. We're going to have a foretaste of heaven. We're going to celebrate the marriage supper of the Lamb, or a foretaste of it, including the Lord's Supper. And we will also ask that people would sign the marriage book, the wedding book, to represent each nationality or your primary nationality. And so God's desire is that one day in that wedding book, there will be names from every people, every tribe, and every kingdom. The key question is, when an unreached people group comes to know the Lord and they start to move into faith, how is worship introduced to them? And so often the great Western missionaries, what they've done is they pulled out their guitar and they've played Come Thou Fount or some other famous song, and we've set a style of worship that is not natural to them. And so our speaker, Dr. John Benham, has been involved in a number of people groups around the world that came to know the Lord. Some of these groups didn't even have any kind of music within their society. And under the guidance of the Holy Spirit, he's been able to guide them to the place where they now have worship out of their own language and their own culture. So I would like to invite you to come and participate in all the events. It's going to be an exciting conference, and you're going to come away with a greater appreciation of the God that we worship and who desires to be worshiped among all nations.